Okay guys, hi again. Welcome back to my Business Metric for UiTM YouTube channel. Okay, my name is Kamaru Arifin Manso. So I will be doing the session for today on the tutorial on the Unit 9 depreciation. So if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss any new items uploaded to my channel later. Okay, so if you like the video, please click on the like button and also do share the video with your friends so that they can also learn from these video sessions. Okay, for today we're gonna look at the tutorials or basically the how do you solve a problems related to depreciation topics. And bear in mind that these problems are taken from the past semester exam papers questions. All right. So without further ado, let's just start with our tutorial for today. Okay, this is a questions from the past semester exam December 2015. Question number 9. It's stated here, the question says that a machine costing 80,000 has an estimated life of 8 years and scrap value of 30,000. So find the book value of the machine at the end of the 5th year using first the straight line methods and secondly using the declining balance method. So basically this question asks you to solve the problem using both methods that we have covered in our video session previously. Okay, so basically these are the two methods that are covered in our syllabus for business mathematics for your UiTM. Okay, let's solve for the problem. So in this case, before we start, let's just look at before we start solving the question, let's just look at the given information. So the first value that you have here is 80,000 and this is related to the cost. Okay, so in this case 80,000 is the cost of the machines, and then it has an estimated life or useful life of 8 years and a scrap value of 30,000. Okay, so basically these are the given information. So C is equal to 80,000, that is the cost, and S, the scrap value, is equal to 30,000, and finally they also give you the estimated life or the useful life N equal to 8 years. Okay, and the question here is to find the book value at the end of the 5th years. So in general we are looking for the value of BV5. Okay, so how do we solve this problem? So first of all, let's start with the first one, that is by using the straight line methods. Okay, the straight line method, in this case, if you want to solve the problem using the straight line methods and you already have the value of C, S and also N, so you can first find the annual depreciation values. So finding the annual depreciation values, you know that it is given that the annual depreciation is just simply equal to the total depreciation divided by the useful life, whereby the total depreciation can be found by taking subtraction of the scrap value from the cost, the original cost, and then divided by the useful life N. So this is given by the formula C minus S divided by N, and substituting the correct value into the formula, that is 80,000 minus 30,000, you get 50,000, and you divide by 8 the useful life, you get the annual depreciation to be 6,250. And bear in mind that in straight line methods, the annual depreciation is a constant value, means that for the first year it will depreciate 6,250 ringgit. The second year also will depreciate with the same amount, that is 6,250 ringgit, until the last or the final year of 8 years. Okay. So once you have already found the annual depreciation using the straight line method, now you can find the book value for the fifth year. Okay, you can calculate the book value for the fifth year by using the formula, book value formula, that is given by BVN equal to C minus NAD, where N here refer to the year the book value you are looking for. So in our case, in this questions, we are looking for the value of BV5. So N here is equal to 5. Substituting the correct information into the formulas, that is 80,000 for C minus 5, that is for N, and then multiply with the AD, the annual depreciation that we have found earlier, 6,250. And calculating this value, evaluating this value, you get that the book value at the end of the fifth year to be RM 48,750. So this is the solutions if you are using the straight line method. So the second question asks you to find the BV5, but right now is using the declining balance methods. So by using the declining balance method, so the first step that you need to do is to determine the depreciation rate. Okay, so declining balance method is basically based on the depreciation rate. So in this case, we don't know the depreciation rate yet, so we need to find the depreciation rate. So in order to find the depreciation rate, you already know that you have the given information of C and S. So you can use the formula for R equal to 1 minus the square root of N S divided by C. That is the scrap value divided by the cost. And in this case, N here is equal to the useful life 8, because we are using the scrap value. Alright. So substituting the correct information into the formula. So you have here 1 minus N is equal to 8. You substitute N with 8, and then substitute S with 30,000, and substitute the C with 80,000. So you found that R is equal to 0.115385795, or approximately it is equivalent to around 11.54%. Okay, so once you already have the depreciation rate, now you can find the book value using the formula for the book value that is given by BVN equal to C 1 minus R to the power of N. And again, in these situations, N depends on the year that you are looking for. So in this case, N is equal to 5. So substituting with N equal to 5, so and C equal to 80,000, and R with the values that we have just found just now. So we found that the value for the book BV5 is equivalent to 43,337 ringgit 0.07 cents. Okay, so that is the solution for finding the book value using both method, the straight line method, and second one is using the declining balance methods. Okay, you can find that they give you a different answer for the book value, so it won't give the same answer. That's why in the previous video we already says that the depreciation is may be affected by the method that you are using. So if you are using the straight line method compared to declining balance method, of course the answers will be different depending on the methods that you are using. Okay, so that is for the first question. So let's look at the second questions. Okay, the second question give you the is from the past semester exam, October 2016, part A, question number 8. Okay. So it's stated here that the cost of a new machine is 600,000. It is estimated to have a useful life of 15 years with a scrap value of 10,000. Okay. So the question right now, calculate the book value at the end of 7 years using the straight line method. So they ask you to find the book value at the end of the 7 years using the straight line method. Okay, if you recall from the previous tutorial, from the previous questions just now that we have just done, it is quite similar with the one that we have just done just now. Okay, so we have the value of S, we have the value of C, and we have the value of N. So basically it is given that the cost, that is 600,000, and then the useful life N is equal to 15 years, and finally we have S, that is the scrap value, to be equal to 10,000 ringgit. And the question asks you to find BV7 when N is equal to 7 years. Okay, so at the end of 7 years. So using the similar procedures that we have just discussed just now, the first step that we want to do is to find the annual depreciation. So using the same method just now, so annual depreciation can be found by using the total depreciation divided by the useful life. And in this case right now, the cost is 600,000 and the scrap value is 10,000 divided by the useful life 15 years. So it end up that the annual depreciation came up to be around 39,333 ringgit 0.33 cents. So once you have found the annual depreciation, now you can determine the book value for the 7th years, or at the end of the 7th years. So again, using the same formula as before, so you will have BVN equal to CN minus C minus NAD, where N here right now is equal to 7. And then you replace C with 600,000 and AD with the values that we have found at the top, okay, above, right? So you have 39,333.33. So substituting this value into the formula and evaluate the formula, you found that the book value at the end of the 7th year to be 324,666 ringgit 0.67 cent. Okay, so that is the book value for the machines at the end of the 7th years. Okay, so that's it for the second question. So now let's move to the last question in this session, in this video. So the last question in this video will be the December 2016 question number 9. Okay, question number 9. Alright, so it says here a machine costing 45,000 has a life expectancy of 5 years and a salvage value of 5,000. Okay, using declining balance method, calculate. First, you are asked to find the book value at the end of the 3rd year. And then the second one is to find the depreciation for the 3rd year. So meaning that the second part is to find the annual depreciation for that particular year. So in this situation, the annual depreciation for year 3. Okay. So in this case, if you look through this question, it is using the declining balance method. So that means the depreciation, the annual depreciation from year to year will be different because it always based on the previous market value. Okay, how do we solve this problem? So again, as usual, First of all, you need to identify the given information, and the given information here is that C, the cost of the machine is 45,000. The useful life or the life expectancy of the machine is 5 years. And lastly, we have the salvage value or the scrap value to be equal to 5,000. And the question asks you to find BV3, that is the book value at the end of the third year, and AD3, that is the annual depreciation for the third year. Okay, let's do for the first one. So since this one is using declining balance method, the first thing that you need to do is to determine the depreciation rate. So again, using the formulas that we have discovered earlier. So you have R, that is the depreciation rate, to be equal to 1 minus square root of n s divided by c. So in this case, you substitute n with 5, that is the useful life, and then you have scrap value equal to 5,000, and the cost is equal to 45,000. So you get the depreciation rate to be 0.355605985, or equivalently this is equal to 35.6%, around that. Okay, once you have found the depreciation rate, now you can determine the values for the book value at the end of the third year. So using the book value formula for the declining balance method, so you have BVN equal to C1 minus R to the power of n. So in this case, BV3 is simply equal, n is simply equal to 3, because we're looking at the end of the third year. So we want to find BV3, so substituting C with 45,000, 1 minus R with 0.355605985, as we found earlier, and then substitute n with 3. So evaluating this equation, you found that BV3 is equal to 12,041 ringgit and 12 cents. So that is the book value of the machine at the end of the third year. The next part that we want to find is to calculate the depreciation rate, the depreciation value for the third year. So in this case, we are looking for the values of AD3. So since we are already found the value for BV3, we can use BV as the method to solve the problem to find AD3. Okay, remember in our previous video, when I discussed on the slide presentation, I mentioned that in order to find the annual depreciation for the declining balance method, you have two ways of finding the depreciation value. One is by using the accumulated depreciation, and the other one is by using the book value. Okay, in our previous video, during the explanation on the slide presentation, I've shown you how to use the accumulated accumulated depreciation to find the annual depreciation. So in this solution right now, I'm going to show you how we are going to apply the book value methods. Okay, the book value ways in calculating the annual depreciation. Why? Because we already have the book value for at the end at the year 3. So what we need to do right now is to find the book value at the end of year 2. Okay. So calculate the book value for year 2. So you find that BV2 is equal to 45,001 minus 0.355605985 to the power of 2, and you found that BV2 is equal to 18,685.96. Okay. So once you have the value for BV2 and BV3, Now you can calculate the depreciation for the third year by taking the difference between these two values. So in this case, the ADN is given by BVN minus 1 minus BVN. So respectively, when you substitute n with 3, you get AD3 is equal to BV2 minus BV3. So we have BV2 equal to 18,685.96, and then you have the BV3 as 12,041.12. So calculating the difference between these two values, you found that the annual depreciation for year 3 is simply equal to Rm 6,644 ringgit 0.84 cents. Okay, so that is the annual depreciation for year 3. Okay, so that's wrap up our session for today. So we have done 3 questions from the past semester exam papers, and I will continue with another examples solutions from the past exam papers in the next video. Okay, so that's it for today in these sessions. So if you like the video, please click the like button in my channel. Okay, also if you are new to this channel, do subscribe my channel for more videos and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss any new videos when I uploaded a new one later. Okay, so until we meet again in the next sessions, so all the best to all of you. Thank you very much and goodbye.